Hey YouTube, today it is the launch of the long-awaited Sony PlayStation 5 Pro. This is the PS5 Pro unboxing on this channel. So we're going to be doing a lot of content on this console in the next couple of weeks here to showcase all of the features that you get. So it's about 45% faster than the base PS5. So let's go ahead and open this box up and see what is inside. Alright, I managed to open it without tearing these flaps here, unlike some other people that I've seen unbox this. So now in here you get this white box within the box with the PlayStation logo on the front, and the back has some pull tabs to open it. Just to kind of go over what's in here. So it looks like this was supposed to have these two plastic acrylic clips. These are for mounting the console horizontally, which I'm not going to be using because we are going to be using the vertical stand, which the console unfortunately does not include, so that is kind of a letdown. The other thing that has to be purchased separately is the disk drive, as you can see back there. We will be showing how to install that in a future video. So you get the power cable, same power cable that was featured on the original PS5. And then in here, a DualSense controller. So same as all the other PS5s. So in here there's two flaps. Behind that one was the clips. Behind this one we have a HDMI. This is an HDMI 2.1 cable, I believe. And then this is different, so a USB-C to USB-C. The original launch model had a USB-C to USB-A. So the new charge cable is a USB-C on both ends. So that is something that's different. I do not know if the Slim included that or not. Or if it still has the older USB-A cable. Alright, then in here, the PS5 Pro quick start guide and the safety guide. There's some documentation there, and then alright. And the console itself. Okay, so overall, it is lighter than the original, but I think it's because it doesn't have a disk drive. It's about as big as I expected it to be. I've seen a lot of people say that it looks a lot smaller than they thought. It actually is pretty much the same size as the original. So let's go ahead and mount the vertical stand. Okay. Alright, and then in here, you get the stand itself, or the base, and then there's this screw, which we'll leave in there for now. And then there's also this other plastic thing. I'm not sure what this is for. This is some kind of cover. This is pretty sleek. This does look really nice compared to the original one. It's got metal. Alright, so you're going to flip it under, and then there's going to be a little screw cap, which needs to come out. So it looks like that. So that little cap is going to go in the triangle circle up there, and then the one with the X and the square, that's the one where you're going to align that. So looking at it here, it's going to be like this. So see, it's going to have the hole there, and then we simply just put this in like so, and then screw that in. And it doesn't need a screwdriver, although it does allow for a flathead to be used to tighten it. But that's pretty much it. Alright, just to do a side-by-side comparison, this is kind of to scale how the two of them, the Pro and the original launch model. So this is my launch day model that I got 4 years ago, and then this is the Pro. They are about the same size. They're physically very similar. In terms of weight, I can tell that the original is heavier, but I really wonder if that's because this has a disk drive and this one does not. That being said, as you guys can see here, I am going to be adding the disk drive to mine, so it'll probably end up weighing the same. We'll go ahead and add that once I get this set up. We're also going to be adding a 2 terabyte Crucial T500. So this one meets the requirements. This is a Gen 4 SSD that has up to 7,400 read speeds. It also has the correct sized heatsink for the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro. So we're going to be adding that to double from the 2 terabytes that are included up to 4 terabytes of storage on here. Another difference is it has 2 USB-C ports on the front, whereas the original had a USB Type A and a USB Type C. There is no longer an eject button down here. There's only the power button. This one has an eject and a power button on the original. And then on the back, it has HDMI, LAN. This console also does have Wi-Fi 7, by the way. That is another newer improvement. So it has the best Wi-Fi currently. It actually looks like it's got more blown out vents here compared to the original. So it's got 2 10 gig USB Type A ports on the back, whereas I believe these on the original model are 5 gig. So it has really good USB connectivity, dual USB-C on the front, dual USB Type A on the back. So it is an improvement over the original model. This one had 2 USB-A on the back, 1 USB-A on the front. So it had 3 USB Type A and 1 C. This one has 2 C and 2 A. And then they have the same power port. HDMI has been moved up here for some reason, whereas on the original it's down there. I actually prefer the HDMI being lower on the console rather than higher. I think it makes for a cleaner look if you're mounting it vertically. The consoles are very similar in size. The original model is definitely longer in that dimension, and they're about the same height. The original is actually a tiny bit taller, but they're about the same when they both have the stand on. So anyway, we're going to be doing some live streams featuring the PS5 Pro. We're going to be taking a look at a lot of games like Rise of the Ronin, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Stellar Blade, Lords of the Fallen, and more. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.